Thank you for having me, Allison. So, there's a number of things that federal prosecutors would have to do in order to get a quote unquote victory. I wouldn't necessarily describe it as a victory when anyone is caught up in the criminal justice system, especially at the federal level. But being a former federal prosecutor, having a strong case to bring, number one, the indictment, which clearly they have because at this point there is a trial that started today. So, with the indictment, that is the list of all of the charges that Mr. Kelly is facing. And now that the trial is going on, excuse me, the prosecutors are going to have to prove each and every one of the elements of the charges that he is facing. I think that the interview that we just showed back in 2019 with Gail King was extremely emotional, and it did show the defendant, Mr. Kelly, showing that he was proclaiming his innocence and saying that he was not responsible for these things. These are rumors that have plagued Mr. Kelly for almost the majority of his music career since the early 90s. For as long as I've ever been aware of Mr. Kelly, there's been these types of rumors, and I think that the public has kind of ignored the rumors of, the misconduct with underage women and the conduct with some of these other women's withholding them against their will. So this is something that's going to be very interesting as it plays out because federal prosecutors typically have a lot of hardcore evidence and they typically don't show all of their cards. So I think it's going to be very interesting to play out to see exactly what the prosecutors have and how Mr. Kelly's defense team responds. Well, as you guys know, I'm always reminding the viewers that the standard for any criminal conviction is beyond a reasonable doubt. So Mr. Kelly's attorneys, the defense attorneys here, they just need to convince the jury that there is doubt. Any inkling of doubt for any one of those charges could mean that the defense scores as far as Mr. Kelly not being found guilty of those charges, resulting in him not having a conviction. But I think it's important to note that this is one of several cases that are currently pending against Mr. Kelly in various jurisdictions, both on the federal level and on the state level.